Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on how NPC enemy characters or characters from the enemy party attack back on player's party characters. So here, let me perform an attack. Once we finish that, the NPC character, one of them, will attack us and go back. So now the second character gets the chance from the player's party to do the attack, and someone else will again perform an attack, and the third character gets the attack chance. Let me choose the middle character, and again, so the enemy party, it's not exactly always the third one, it's a random character. Yeah, see, it's random. So yeah, this is what we are going to work on today. Now to implement this, today we are also going to integrate the gameplay messaging subsystem into our project so that we can easily communicate between systems when the various gameplay events such as attack completed or clear all hard elements, any kind of a message. It makes it very easy to communicate between systems without adding any hard dependencies. So yeah, let's see how to do these things today. And before we get started, here is the whole playlist of this series. Everything is implemented from scratch and explained. You can follow these episodes and implement everything by yourself. And also, if you choose to become a member of my Patreon page, you can download project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel. You can access project files, so feel free to check it out. I'll leave links in the description below. Okay, now let's get into today's episode. So if you download the Lyra game and go to the plugins folder, you can find this gameplay message router. So this is the plugin that contains gameplay messaging system. So I'm gonna copy that, and in my project folder I'll create a new folder called plugins. Oh, sorry for the caps. Plugins, and paste it. So if you haven't built this for whatever the engine version you are using, you will have to rebuild the plugin. If it is built for 5. Whatever the engine version you are running, it will automatically open without having to build. But even if you have to rebuild, it should build automatically without any problem. So yeah, let me open the project now. Alright, now it's plugin is built and we are in the project. So now let's go to our gameplay ability where we did the base attack. Yeah. Now here, if I type gameplay message, get gameplay message subsystem. So yeah, now we have the gameplay messaging subsystem. Right, now I'm gonna get rid of these things and I'm just gonna broadcast a message that says we have finished our attack. So we can do that like this: broadcast message, and here we need to give the tag. So let's create match attack complete. So match.attack.complete. This is the tag I'm going to use to broadcast that I have finished whatever the current attack. Let's add these two default gameplay tags, and I'll choose that. Now here we can pass a message. So to pass a message, we need to use some kind of a structure. So we don't have any structures here. Therefore, let's create one. Structure. And blueprint structure as generic message. Now here I'll add only one field, instigator. Maybe that's all I need for now. I'll change this to a type on object reference, and here now we can make generic message. Okay, now as the instigator I'll pass the attacker. Right, now I'll listen to this from my match blueprint. This is where we start the match. When we start the match, here this for gameplay messages, here I'll choose match attack complete. So this is where we listen to the attack complete message. We are waiting for that. Once we receive it, this event will be executed. So here payload break is generic message. Let's promote this to function, collapse this to function. I'll call it on attack completed. Now here, instigator, I can check if this is player controlled. If this is true, that means what I just received is an event that says attack is completed, where the player has performed the attack. True. False means an enemy has performed the attack. An NPC has performed the attack. So if this is true, that means player completed the attack. Now in that case, I'll get some random element here. So this would return some random character on the enemy party, and I'll call attack perform base attack. And as the target enemy, I have the player party. With party we have active, no, with player we can get the active index, and also we can get the party members, and we can get whoever the current character and choose it as the target enemy for the attack that is going to perform by an NPC. Now here, it's not necessary for us to use the active member, but for now I'll just use the currently active player character to make this simpler. And if this is false, that means the last attack was performed by an NPC. In that case, I'll switch player character and I'll switch to next character. We can do that if I pass 1 here. That's an error. Oh, here we need to give the payload type as generic message. Alright, now let's see. Yeah. Start the match. and perform an attack. Yeah, now the enemy is doing the attack. So now we are back on the second character. Maybe when we do that, we should, when the enemy is performing the attack, I don't think we need to see the health bar of the enemy character, but we will look into that in another episode maybe. Oh, actually we can set up a separate gameplay message for that. Maybe here. The mesh, let's go here. So this is the character who is performing the attack. I'll promote this to no need to do that because right now the enemy is performing the attack. So let's create broadcast another gameplay message. Good gameplay message subsystem broadcast message, and the message is we have UI action. Say HUD bar, what do I call it? NPC remove health bars. But maybe not NPC. Let's just say health bar. And clear all. Okay. I'll add this to the gameplay. Wait. Why didn't that work? What? Bar clear all. Oh, I'll use the NPC as well because player character also has an health bar, so I don't want to remove them. So to avoid any confusion, I'll do that. I'll add this NPC. Okay, now is generic message get generic message. We don't really need an instigator here, so I'll just leave it empty because I just need to trigger this message. And in the HUD, now let's go to the HUD. Oh, yeah. Actually, not in the HUD. They are in the match HUD. So match HUD. It should be a widget. Yeah. This is what holds all the NPC health bars. So player party widget map, NPC party widget map. Right. Now here on activated, I'll listen for gameplay messages. Choose as generic message, and this is HUD NPC health bar and clear all. And once this is execute, once we receive this message, let's add a function clear all. Oh, we already have that. Clear all NPC health bars. Let's just trigger that. And yeah, that should work. Let's see. Now when the enemy is performing the attack, we shouldn't see a health bar on it. Okay, now the next character. Attack, I'll choose this one. And the third character. Attack, let's select this one. Okay. Alright, now we are back on the first character. So our match flow is now working. And as of now, the player characters don't see any damage here. That is also something we need to fix. But for now, I think this is enough for this episode. Okay, so thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.